Welcome. So today we're going to dive deep into the essence of chanting. The goal is very simple, it's very practical, very clear. How can we immediately, very quickly, connect our heart to Krishna, heart meaning emotion? The moment we say Hare Krishna. How can we avoid those long minutes or even hours before something stirs? You know, hours of mechanical chanting before something moves in the heart, when anything real happens. This workshop is to train our emotions to wake up quickly. So you want to maximize the use of our time in the chanting. It's like learning to ride a bicycle. In the beginning, you're told to hold the handlebars and make sure you put this left foot first and then the right foot, and then make sure you push enough speed, don't wobble too much, keep your back straight, so on and so forth. And maybe a few times in your learning you might need some training wheels. Training wheels come off, it's still a little wobbly. But it takes time. But after you become expert at it, then you don't even think of the first few steps. Just get on the bike and start going. That's where we want to be. So, I've given this previous workshop. This is the first time I'm doing this particular workshop. The first time. The previous workshop on the 4 gates I've given so many times you've heard it. The 4 gates of Japa. Okay? I'm going to do a recap of what those 4 gates are so we remember what they are. Okay? 4 gates of excellent japa. The idea of the 4 gates is to go in that sequence so that we are oriented very quickly and connect with Krishna. And we prove to Krishna one thing, that we are interested in connecting with Him. He does the work. If we can prove we are interested. If we fail in proving we are interested, we won't do any work. Magic comes from Him. How do we show we are interested? First things first. First gate is discipline. Discipline is not as difficult as it sounds. Discipline means sit properly. Like Prabhupada said, sit properly. So let's try it. We're going to sit properly. We're sitting in chairs only. But don't lean. Don't lean like this. Don't lean. Sit up straight. Imagine you're a yogi. Sitting comfortably, but you sit up straight. Don't lean against the back. Okay? To show that you're interested in the person who's come. Like normally I'm relaxing, watching TV, and then my friend comes. Oh, come. I turn off the TV. Come. Doc, what do you want? What can I do to help you? See, this body language changes. So body language shows Krishna we are interested. Chant clearly. Okay? Chant, every mantra should be said. Don't skip mantras. Don't say blurry or slurry. Say clear. Okay, sir. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Clarity means you're interested. It's all mechanical things. The first gate is all mechanical. You don't need to involve your brain too much or your mind or your heart too much. It's just mechanical. Second, wake up early. Wake up in time to take advantage of the early morning hours. So we do that. Okay? If not to wake up early part, at least get enough rest so when you're doing the japa, you're not feeling sleepy. That's important. Get enough rest so you're giving enough attention. Otherwise, it's a struggle, uphill struggle the whole time. Then, chant in a proper space, very sacred space, clean environment. Hopefully, not too much distraction, not too much noise. You have to be a bit noise, that's okay. It's not a big deal. That's the first gate, clear? Second gate is clarity of mind and intelligence. Remember that Krishna is His holy name. When you enter into it, remind yourself strongly, mind, intelligence, understand. I'm praying this to a person, he is right here, His holy name is so powerful, He invests all His potencies. These are philosophical understandings, so there's no ambiguity of what we're doing. Yeah? And when we really wake up our intelligence like that, it also shows that we're interested in Krishna. We are in His presence at every beat. The fact that our mind is not there means we're not really recognizing it. Theoretically we do, but really at the intellectual level we're not really doing it. So try to bring the intellect into it and remember Krishna is personally here at every beat. The name is not ordinary sound, it's Krishna Himself. We know that. Yeah? Second gate. Normally spend like 20 minutes on each gate, I'm just spending 1 minute. So you have a recap. You've done this before. Third gate is the heart. This is the gate of emotion. This is the gate of vulnerability. This is the gate of honesty. So different emotions that we found are very good to bring us closer to loving Krishna. Is raga. R is remorse, A affection, G gratitude, and another A is appreciation. These are very easy emotions we can grab onto. We can easily slip into them, slide right into that particular seat and pray to Krishna. Seat of gratitude or remorse or affection. These are nice feelings that we learn from our acharyas in their bhajans. We learn from the prayers of the Bhagavatam. That's the whole point of those prayers. Bring us into that feeling, that bhava. Raga also literally means spontaneous affection, spontaneous loving devotion. This is where chanting becomes alive. This gate is where we're going to spend most of our time today. Okay? The other two we work on your own time, but if you get a sense. The fourth gate is the mercy gate. After we do our part, we wait. Waiting is a big part of the game. Being patient is a big part. We are patient. We allow the name to reveal himself. We cannot uncover the name by our own effort. Atha Shri Krishna Namadi, na bhavet grahyam indriya. We cannot. Even though his name, etc. is so powerful, we cannot access that power on our own strength. We can't just, move the bush dargo there. No. Sevan mukhe hi jivado swayam evasparatya. By our loving, devotional, humble attempt to serve, seva unmukhe jivado, from the tongue, etc. Swayam evasparatya. The name reveals himself to us. That is the proper way. So that is the mercy gate. We cannot force Krishna, but we can prepare in our heart so that he feels welcome. And when he comes into our heart, the big sign waiting for him that says, "My Lord, I am interested. I'm interested in you." Very unusual sign to print out. You go to a printer and say, "Can you make me a big banner that says, I am interested?" But that's all we need to do. We cannot honestly say, "I love you." If we loved him, we would not be the way we are. We would not be conditioned. Nothing would affect us. So we cannot make the presumption that we love him. But at least we can say, "My Lord, I'm interested. Interested in knowing more about him. Interested in actually developing love for you. I've looked at everything. From my life experience, I realize nothing else interesting now. I'm interested in you." That's the thing. Close the door. If you request them to keep it down, I'll start. So these four gates make the journey smooth. But like I said, today our focus will be the third gate, the emotional connection. I want us to think about this one analogy that is given by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Very brilliant analogy. He said the holy name has two parts. The external sound that is produced is like the outer capsule. You know, medicine, you have capsule. The real medicine inside is the feeling. That's inside the capsule. That's the powder, the active ingredient. You can swallow a capsule with nothing in it, empty capsule, and nothing happens. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, "Naam akhar bahir hoy, naam nahi hoy." The naam akshar, akhar, the letters that form the names, write them in different languages. That is not the name. I thought that's the name. Just like the capsule is not the medicine, but it looks so much like the medicine. These are the words of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. I'm not making this up. This analogy is this. Yet Prabhupada, in the purport to these prayers, he said, there's no exaggeration when it says that one time chanting the holy name erases more sins you can commit. But there is a quality to the feeling. See, he said that. He puts a button there. He puts a caveat, very important. So, if we chant the syllables without emotion, it is good. But the deep transformation will not occur. It's good because now you're committing, there's some effect is there, maybe like a placebo effect. You know, sometimes you give placebo and placebos work, but it's not the real thing. The active ingredient that really supercharges, turbocharges our growth in Krishna consciousness is our bhava, our feeling, our tears, our longing, our remorse, our gratitude, our affection. When those emotional ingredients mix with the mantra does a delivery. The holy name becomes spiritually potent within our consciousness. And after you're done chanting the japa, you'll say, this is different. It's true. We've all had the experience. I don't need to tell you that, when you chanted that time with your tears, it's different. You know already it's different. You're all experienced chanters. What I'm trying to get here is, can we create a structural framework that we can repeatedly replicate that experience consistently and quickly without wasting time? That's where we want to be. That's the headspace we want to be. That's the heart space we want to be in. I'm preaching to the choir. I don't need to convince you this is where you want to be. You've already tasted it. Yeah? When you pick up your keys each morning, ask yourself, what is the active ingredient I'm putting into my chanting right now? What active ingredient? Keep it one of these. What is the active ingredient I'm putting into my chanting right now? Wake up, my heart. Jumpstart. Right now, sometimes the heart is like flatlining. Yes, the heart is beating, but the emotions are flatlining. So we need defibrillator. Defibrillator to put the hissing, sometimes give you a shock. Sometimes this masala can do that also. But what is the active ingredient? What is a wake up? It's going to wake up my heart for Krishna. This is how Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur wanted his disciple to chant, to chant. Not mindlessly, but heartfully. With emotional honesty. That's also important. You can't fake, let me pretend. No, just be emotionally honest too. We have to be honest to ourselves. We're not going to become Sajiyas. It's not what we're asking for. We're asking for genuine feelings in our hearts. We all have hearts. Even if someone has called you heartless, that's not actually true. They have hearts. They're beating, they're feeling, they're love. So today we'll do something practical and powerful. We'll take that acronym Raga and spend time entering each feeling deeply and personally. Then we'll chant with that particular emotion together, sitting up straight, for 2 minutes each. 2 or 3 minutes. Then let's see how quickly our heart wakes up. So you try. Let me reiterate Raga. Remorse, affection, right? Gratitude, and appreciation. There are more. This is just a few. Okay, there are many more in the whole spectrum of feelings, but there are some good ones that I found that are fairly easy to understand. We are not forcing emotions. You know that? Don't force. You're not going to squeeze out juice from a rock over here. We are uncovering what is already there. We have affection for Krishna. We do. Otherwise we won't be here. We have gratitude for all He's done for us. We do. We have some strong remorse for the opportunities we lost. We have remorse for even currently why I'm not feeling love. These are all remorseful things. They're real. We're uncovering what is already there. Don't hide your feelings in front of Krishna. Krishna said, tell me what's in your heart. And we keep hiding it. No need. Here, my Lord. Here I am. Why are you here? Because I'm interested. Are you really? At least I'm trying to prove that I'm interested. That's all we need to do to Krishna. We need to prove we're interested. Okay, so get prepared now. This is a practical lab. This is not theory. Okay, this is lab session. Sit comfortably, but sit up straight, back straight. Okay? Take your feet. If you want to put your feet on the ground, you can put them down. If you don't, that's okay. You can bend knees. But keep them straight. But be comfortable, okay? Keep your beads ready. Yeah, she has the beads ready already. Take a breath, but soft and calm. Okay, don't force the breath. Allow the tears if they come. There's no judgment over here. Tears may come, may not come, no problem. If they come, very nice. If they don't come, that's also okay. But if they flow, don't hold them back. Now, R is for remorse. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. I'm going to guide meditation. Is that okay? Think of moments when you drifted from Krishna, where you allowed weakness, maybe forgetfulness, maybe pride, or just distraction to think of something else, to carry you away. Not to shame yourself, but to awaken the humble cry of the heart. Remorse means realizing how much we need Krishna. Remorse is trying to return home. Remorse is begging to Krishna, please make me intelligent. I've done so many unintelligent things. Please forgive me, Krishna. Please forgive me, Prabhupada. Now hold this feeling of remorse. Think of something specific that you want to be strongly remorseful about. Take a few seconds to really take that feeling and offer it in a silver tray to Srila Prabhupada, who has done so much for us. Even as he is smiling, we can cry in front of him and ask him to forgive us, bless us. And now we will chant for 3 minutes this feeling of remorse. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Let's take about 20 seconds to appreciate the nice vibration, the cleansing effect of the holy name. Hare Krishna. Was that helpful? Tried to bring your heart closer? Was it difficult? Did anyone to share a few thoughts? Did it seem forced? Did it seem forced? Was it useful? Yes, Mata. Can you share something? Anyone to share some thoughts? I can't hear you. Louder.
I mean, it's very beautiful. You feel like they bring the front of my eyes by, like Pitagora Sundara and Madana-gopāla. This is.
Anyone want to share the remorseful thought? Yes.
It's a very basic one, but I had wasted so much time,
That's a very good one. That's a very good thought. I wasted my time, I wasted my life. Hari Hari Vipule Janama-gopāla.
I was trying to think that, and I also felt a tremendous amount of resistance from my ego to actually going into that. Like, I felt a lot of protectiveness that was like, no, it was fine. It was like, why are you beating yourself up? Like, the other voice was starting, so it actually was not soothing in a way. Like, I couldn't drop into it because there was sort of an argument with myself versus a meditation at this point.
Yes. Very good point. It's hard to drop into remorse because it's not pleasant.
Yeah.
And yet Acharyas invite us to step into that space a lot. Hari Hari Vipule Janama-gopāla. Manusha Janama Paya. Radha Krishna Na Bhojiya. Janiya Shuniya Vishakhaya. Do you really feel that Krishna? I wish I started when I was 10 years old. You could have started, but it's so foolish, Krishna. Please, I'm so sorry. That really heavy space is hard to be in because our mind tends to justify our mistakes.
Yeah.
It's hard. We like to shift the blame to somebody else. Oh no, I can never apologize. Everything I do is perfect. Some people like that. Apology they'll never do. They'll never admit that what they did was wrong. Some people are like that. And those people are incredibly annoying. But there's part of us that has that. Now, let's really find something that moves us visceral, gut-wrenching, and specific to yourself, not a general thing I wasted my life. Something very specific that you're very remorseful about in Krishna consciousness. That will be pleasing to Krishna when you express that remorse to him. Think about it. Take 20 seconds right now, really try to scour your memory and really think of something that you really feel bad about. And bring it out to Krishna. You don't have to share it with anybody, please. It's between you and Krishna. But bring it out in the platter of your consciousness. Don't keep it inside. Offer it with your tears and wash it away with your tears. Bring it out, close your eyes. offer it to the Lord. Come to Srila Prabhupada with it. Now let us chant just 10 mantras with that deep feeling. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Rama. Now, we're going to take this to the next level. We are sitting in front of Radha Krishna. We're on the altar. We've been praying to Krishna. Now we focus our attention on Srimati Radharani. Knowing fully well that she is even more forgiving, even more kind. She is the Hare in Hare Krishna. Now specifically call out to her. Prabhupada asks us to do that. Prabhupada in his lectures asks us to call out to Radharani. My dear Radharani, you please accept me. Krishna may or may not, but you please accept me. You please accept my heart, this thing I'm giving you. When Prabhupada said that, he cried tears. You can hear it in the tape. We're not trying to imitate Prabhupada, but we can recognize Srimati Radharani's soft-hearted nature. She's more inclined to forgive, just like Prabhupada is guiding us to. So now, taking Prabhupada's guidance upon our head, let us again chant 10 mantras with focus on begging and crying to Srimati Radharani to bring us closer to her and to Krishna. 10 more mantras with full remorse in our heart. Please forgive us. Please forgive me, Radharani, for what I've done. Wasted time, wrong things that I did, selfish things that I did. Knowingly. It's not easy for me, but I'm coming to you now with this feeling. Please feel. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna. But you want to share thoughts, feelings? Ishwar. Is something you find useful? Effective?
I thought my remorseful thought was how I would think that
it's not good enough, so I don't offer. Like for you, Vyasa Puja, I didn't make an offering. Sorry. Because I didn't think that it was good enough, and I don't do other things because I don't think it's good enough. But I just realized how it's really not about what I deserve. It's a lot about surrender. I need to let it go, give that offering as imperfect as it is, because it's coming from the heart. Yes.
It's called emotional honesty. Any tears of remorse, this is what I'm talking about. These are pearls that Krishna is looking for. He doesn't care for our flaws. He just cares that we are here now for him. He just cares that you're sitting here. He just cares that you want him. And our flaws become the fuel for the jet engine that's propelling us to Krishna. Our mistakes, our feelings of inadequacy. What am I? I can't offer this. Prabhupada cried exactly the same thing. I brought you this thing. Please accept it. And he cried in his lecture. You hear the lecture, Radhashmi lecture. Gave in London. Just now. This is what Japa wants us to do. We cry because we are not able to connect with Krishna. We cry because we see that I have nothing. And guess what? All of a sudden, we are not making progress toward love. The idea here again is not to shame ourselves. You don't have to share what your thought of remorse is with others. If you do this, also nice if you want to. You don't have to. It's only with Krishna. It's not about shaming. It's not even the point. The point is moving the heart because we're stuck. Remember, the opposite of love is not hate. You know what is the opposite of love? Indifference. I can take it or leave it. I chant it here, don't chant it. Hate is actually okay, good thinking of the person. It's some emotion. Regret, remorse. Kiss ourselves. Remorse for the right things. Krishna comes running to your heart, and your heart mounts. This is just the first one. This is just one stepping stone toward love. Anybody else want to share some feelings or any realization, reflection? Divya? You don't have to if you don't want to. Anybody else? Yes, please.
At a certain point, I felt like I was using the experience to unlock my heart rather than, it felt like an exercise, and then I felt like, is this appropriate?
Yes. That's a good point. Remember, we're not trying to force something, but you feel like you're forcing it. It's using the experience.
Yeah.
Using can be positive and negative, depending on the motivation, how you want to do it. Because it can be leveraging or manipulating. Both can be used as, right? Using can have both meanings. So, is it leveraging our feeling? That's good. Is it manipulating and kind of jiggering it?
No, but even leveraging, maybe as it goes on, it'll be clearer, like if it's how you use these things, because it's sort of like, are you just using something, even if it's leveraging, to go deeper in your relationship to Krishna, but is that really honest, genuine to the experience, rather than it's a tool that you're kind of using to open your heart, but you're not really fully.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, it's true. Because there'll always be some degree when you're trying to structurally open your heart, there will be some semblance or degree of inauthenticity. I think that's what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Which seems distasteful at some level. Or forced. And that's fine. That's fine. I mean, even sitting up straight doesn't come naturally to us. There's a level of inauthenticity there too. It's not coming naturally. I'm not doing it to really please Krishna. I'm doing it because my Guru told me to do it. And that's fine. A lot of the time, a lot of the majority of things we do is we just do it because the Guru told us to do it. But eventually we realize it's an actually act of love, not just to please the Guru, but that Krishna likes to see us sit this way. Sit properly. It means something to Prabhupada. It pleases him. And then later on you realize why it pleases him. And then you do it because it's act of love. So sometimes, although it may seem forced, it may seem like I'm using something to open the can of feelings. It's canned up, bottled up. It's good. Right now it may seem, even this, although it's heartfelt feeling, it may seem a mechanical approach. Somewhat. But that's the whole point of this exercise. Is to uncover feelings, to know that these feelings are there. And these are stepping stones to love. That's why our acharyas invite us to step into these feelings. What if they sat down and wrote so many bhajans? Look at Bhaktivinoda Thakur Sharanagati. So many levels of feelings are there, isn't it? That's what we're going to explore. None of this content is decoupled from our Acharya's teachings or from Prabhupada's lectures or from purpose. I'm not making any of this stuff up. We're just packaging it differently. Doesn't mean, Prabhupada said what? Old wine is new bottle. We're sitting here intentionally trying to mine those jewels that Prabhupada said, put it together. So when you put it in Japa, you can remember those things and let your heart move. Okay? Any questions? I want to go further to the acronym. What is the next letter? After remorse? A.
Appreciation.
A for affection.
Affection.
So now we'll do a little guided meditation. So sit up straight. Try to focus on what I'm saying. Now think of Krishna as the most intimate, loving well-wisher. Because he is. Remember a moment when you felt his soft presence in your life. You know you felt it. Try to remember when it was very powerful. Maybe it was during Kirtan. Maybe during some difficult crisis. Maybe during a peaceful Japa walk. Let the feeling of affection awaken. Soft love that you have for Krishna. Krishna is yours. And you are his. Krishna is yours. You are his. Declare to Krishna, my dear Lord, I am yours. Please accept me. Prabhupada said this Hare Krishna mantra means it's a prayer. It says, please accept me. Please accept me. Please accept me. Now we'll pray to the soft-hearted, beautiful Lord. Please accept me. For the next 2 or 3 minutes we're going to chant. Let your heart speak more than your mouth. Please accept me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Any thoughts? Please share. Any reflections on this exercise? Be honest. Even if you don't feel it's working for you, say it. Anyone?
So for me, I feel I was trying to go through the pages of my mind and wonder when do I feel a reciprocation of affection between me and the Lord. And this is every time I've been students at the training center at the HKTC. I am not so I'm not so philosophically in depth with the deep aspects of Shastra. However, because the students that I deal with are very new and can only digest a very simple part of Krishna consciousness, every time I'm in front of them and I get to speak about Krishna, about Srila Prabhupada, I get these feelings of so much happiness and so much realization of why I'm even in the movement. So this happens when I'm with the students, the girls. But when I'm practicing, I stay in the temple, I live in the temple apartments. I usually find it very difficult to find taste with my Krishna consciousness, with my sadhana, with my practice. And I ask Krishna so many times, why don't I have any taste for this movement? I keep telling my husband, this ISKCON of yours has so many programs, from 4:30, Mangalati, Japa, class, Guru Puja, and then again more programs. I need a break. So for me, taste is still hard, but whenever I'm with the students and just speaking the most basic things of Krishna consciousness, Krishna, when there were feelings involved, when we started this exercise, and I realized, I'm going to start crying. I was telling Prabhu, I'm leaving. But yeah, Krishna really, through just being with the students here, he reminds me that this is not meant to be.
Krishna's affection for us. At the moments that other people may not be able to guess which one it is. But you know, when you're with the girls, so light bulbs going off in the head, that's Krishna. And he's so good. Those who worship Krishna with intelligence, this is what it's called worshiping Krishna with intelligence. It's helping people like that way. Krishna said those who worship with intelligence are the highest. Why? Because intelligence is the next door neighbor of the soul. And when the intelligence is engaged in serving Krishna, the soul dances. Jumping very high, we can't see that from outside. And the tears of joy come out. See Krishna's affection for you in that moment. Thank you, Krishna. Very beautiful. Really appreciate it. Anyone else want to share? You don't have to cry, by the way. It's not. You can share without crying also, that's also okay. Like, oh, I can't cry. Can I share also if I'm not crying? Anyone? Enough?
Following your steps, then I realized that I need to do more.
So I realized
That
I need to do more. Feeling of inadequacy. Not doing enough. Is it a strong, heartfelt call that I need to do more? I'm feeling the heart. How does that make you feel when you say, I need to do more, Krishna? How does that make you feel?
it makes me feel to be humble.
So that you can be humble. Makes you feel humble.
Yeah.
Makes you feel motivated. Humble is good. That's affection. There's so much affection that Krishna is expressing to us. Remember, there's a lot of overlap between these, okay? There's remorse and affection. There's a lot of overlap. This is not like exclusive to each other. Because the next one is going to be covering everything. We explore the next one even in depth. Much more. What is the next one? G? What is that?
Gratitude.
Gratitude. Now we come to gratitude to Krishna. Gratitude is not just a polite thank you, Krishna. In bhakti, gratitude is the doorway that awakens the heart faster than almost anything else. When we feel gratitude, the hard shell around our heart starts melting. Feel it. We remember that we are never alone, and that feeling is unbeatable. That feeling, once you have it, it never goes away. We recognize and see that Krishna has been quietly carrying us. When we realize that, wow, Krishna, I can't believe it. All this time you've been carrying me, quietly guiding us, gently protecting us from millions of unseen dangers that we will never know what He protected us from. We'll never know. And arranging our lives with such delicate precision that we often miss it. Maybe only years later we realize. So let us pause right now. Let us pause and truly see His hand. Close your eyes and bring to your mind the last 10 years, maybe 20 years of your life. Think of the moments that felt impossible at the time, but somehow worked out. And you know Krishna was there. Think of the most intense moments where you know Krishna was there. Think of the failures that later became blessings. Krishna was there. Think of the people. Think of the people He sent to you when you needed wisdom, when you needed friendship, when you needed shelter and encouragement. Krishna was there. Think of the mistakes that you made that should have destroyed your future, but instead, Krishna used them to make you wiser, humbler, more compassionate. Krishna was there. Think of the times you were protected from danger even without knowing. Times your life could have taken a very different turn. Krishna was silently arranging. Now think of your spiritual life. Someone brought you to the temple. Someone gave you prasadam. Someone gave you a book. Someone invited you to kirtan. Someone gave you a set of beads. None of this was random. Krishna was arranging it, all of it, from within your heart as Paramatma and from outside as the Supreme Lord. Every step of your journey has been cushioned by His mercy. Don't forget that. Realize that, recognize that. Krishna is like a parent who walks behind the child as the child learns to walk. The child falls again and again, but Krishna, the parent, is always catching, always supporting, always encouraging. Even when we walk away, Krishna continues to watch over us. He'll never forget you. He can never run away very far. He's always there because He's in your heart. Krishna does not protect us because we deserve it. He protects us because He loves us. And the more we see His fingerprints in our lives, the more gratitude will naturally arise in our hearts. That's why I always insist, see Krishna's hand in your life. Look back at His hand in your life. And have confidence that in the future His hand will always be in our life. That confidence is called surrender. Avashyarati ve Krishna, Vishwasapala. That's the surrender element. So this gratitude that we feel, the thankfulness, is powerful because it changes our internal narrative. We all have an internal narrative. We have a story we tell ourselves. Gratitude changes that. It changes your narrative you keep telling yourself. We have negative narratives. We have to destroy those. Instead of thinking, why is this happening to me? The grateful devotee thinks, Krishna is arranging this for my growth. Instead of thinking, I am alone, the grateful devotee thinks, I am being carried by the Lord. Instead of thinking, I have nothing, the grateful devotee thinks, Krishna has given me everything I need for this moment, for my growth. When this shift happens, the internal narrative changes. The heart becomes soft. The heart becomes receptive to the mercy. And the heart becomes ready to chant. Now we'll do it. We'll chant with gratitude as if we're chanting for the first time. And as if we're chanting for the last time. So with your eyes closed, let gratitude fill your heart, fill your chest. Let it expand into your being. Feel the warmth of knowing Krishna has been with you in every step of your life. Feel gratitude for your breath. Feel gratitude for the holy name in your hands, for your spiritual master, for Prabhupada, for your spiritual family, for another chance today to chant. And now, the next 2 minutes, Chant in pure gratitude, thanking Krishna in every breath, in every beat. Each Hare Krishna is a thank you. Each Rama is your acknowledgement that he's been carrying you forever. Next 2 minutes is chant with gratitude. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Rama Rama. Hare Krishna. Please share some thoughts about your experience. Can you elaborate a little bit why?
Power of chanting, power of the Mahamantra.
Anyone else want to say something?
I
think for me that I think, and for many people, I understand that this one sort of flows the easiest. Gratitude, like that, just comes
It's very natural.
very natural, very just kind of, and you immediately drop in deeper for that reason because there's no kind of friction thinking about anything. It's just like,
It's very quick and easy. It's the smoothest one.
especially in Kenya.
Yeah, everything is asante sana. You're saying asante for everything. Remember I told you you're going to use that word the most. Be thankful. In any language, if you go in any country, if you learn the language, you probably use that word more than anything else. Someone opens the door, thank you, thank you. You want to thank Krishna all the time. That's the beginning of relationship. Okay, we'll go on to the next one. Last letter is what? A.
Appreciation.
Appreciation. Appreciation. What are the things that we can appreciate? It's very similar to gratitude, but still somewhat different. I get started. Krishna's beauty. So beautiful. You're not really being thankful directly to Krishna. Krishna, thank you for being so beautiful. Krishna is just so beautiful. It's awesome. It's very beautiful. His sweetness, his qualities. Appreciate Radharani's kindness. Appreciate the Vaishnavas. Appreciate the privilege of chanting. We take it for granted. Oh, I have to chant this 16 hours. Not like that. I mean, that's not appreciating, right? I gave my promise I have to do it. What was I thinking? 16 rounds. Appreciate the privilege of chanting. There are people who don't have a tongue. There are people who want to chant. They cannot chant because they don't have the facility to make the sound. And here we're complaining we chant 16 rounds. What they wouldn't do to get your facility. They are deaf and dumb mutes who are devotees. They're chanting 16 rounds by using sign language. Did you know that? And we think, finish my rounds. Appreciate the privilege of chanting. Appreciate the path of bhakti, which is so full of love and hope and encouragement. Appreciate the path. Appreciation leads to good deed, gratitude, of course. Here is some aside. Take 10 seconds right now silently to think of one thing you want to really focus on appreciating. One thing only, not all over the place. Find one thing you really appreciate in any of the things we talked about, even outside the things we talked about. Think for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, we'll chant for 2 minutes, but focus completely on that one point of appreciation. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Rama Rama. Take a few seconds to appreciate silently this opportunity we had. Take a few seconds to be grateful for this opportunity to Srila Prabhupada. Think of Srila Prabhupada's beautiful form as he graces his Vyasasana in the Mombasa temple. It's warm and humid, so he's just having his arms open. He's sitting grave and beautiful as ever. He's wearing a little bit of a Mombasa tan. He's so beautiful. Sharing his mercy immensely as we bow our heads at his lotus feet and offer our little flower as Pushpanjali. Feel the flood of his mercy overcoming us in our heart. And be thankful that we are here together to appreciate completely what Prabhupada is doing. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So these feelings can arise immediately. Immediately goes 1, 2, 3. Instead of straight, speak clearly. That happens so quickly. This idea behind becoming very expert chanters. Very quickly diving to this point. We cannot touch the 4th gate, we can only touch the 3rd gate, up to the 3rd gate. We have to go quickly to the 3rd gate. Very quickly. We must train the mind to pick up one emotion quickly and offer it to Krishna and hammer on it. Ride it. Early morning is best because mind is quiet and we can grab an emotion and stay with it. The mind's nature is to jump like a monkey, and that's fine, it's normal, it happens to everybody. It's nobody it doesn't happen to. So don't fret. Don't be disappointed. What's the point? No. That's the nature of the mind. Jump like a monkey, bring it back and think of a different emotion that really connects. When you're connecting emotionally, the mind doesn't jump that easily because something's heartfelt, it's visceral. Stay with it. Chanting is not just sound. It is an emotional expression. Let's not forget that. Call it chanting only if we have an emotion connection. Remember the capsule. Let's give up swallowing empty capsules. I'm tired of it. Put the masala. Pick the strongest feeling in the moment. That's also part of the expertise. What am I feeling today? Be genuine, because the strongest feeling you're feeling right now that's accessible to you, that's the most genuine one. You have no feelings, then pull one out, okay, from the deck of cards. And pour it into the first few beats. Offer it with a smile or head down, doesn't matter, but offer the feeling. Now, this is what I do typically. You don't have to do it, but I find it's very effective. Strike the heart. Pick up the beats, but for 5 seconds don't chant. Don't just pick up and start chanting. Take 5 seconds to really get into the feeling. Then ease into the chant. Stay with the feeling. Ask, what am I feeling right now? Choose one of the raga elements or some other element, that's okay. Start chanting from that emotional base. Because the other things you already taken care of. You're already sitting properly. You already understand Krishna is the holy name. You're already chanting with clarity. That all is taken care of. Now this part is the harder part. Chant from that emotional base and make sure there's always an emotional wave. The rest of the sound will flow naturally. The remainder of the round will flow naturally. So, I'm going to invite all of you if you want to share. Some of you want to share what you do. You guys want to share something. If you invite all of us to share something.
Is it not true that while we are chanting, we don't endeavor separately to get into Krishna's pastimes, right? It comes automatically, right? So my question is that the ragas, you said step by step, is it something we have to consciously get into, or if we follow the rules of chanting attentively, not committing offenses, you know, the 10 offenses, then should it not come naturally that we feel grateful, we know Krishna's kindness, we know his beauty? So from what you're saying is like we have to consciously try. So my point is, isn't it if we follow the rules, it will come to us anyway?
But that's a good question. This question I've heard of many times. This question is a very common question. Just like we're not supposed to try to artificially imagine Krishna and create a vision of him while chanting. The Prabhupada said, don't think of anything. Just chant. Focus on the sound. That's true. The sound itself has a potency. But at the same time, Prabhupada has given many cues and clues. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has also given that when you approach the chanting, approach with feeling. What does that mean? So you're not thinking of a thing. What you're doing is you're setting a thermostat in the room. You're setting the climate, the mood, lighting. The mood is of a particular emotion. It's not a thought. You see, what happens in the room, that's the thought. But the mood as you enter into the room, that's what you set before you enter. You see, you set the temperature, set the fan, reduce the brightness of the lighting. It's going to create a mood. The mood can be romantic, it could be remorseful. In the olden days, palaces, kings have big palaces, they have separate room for different moods. You know, in Ramayana there's a scene where Kaikeyi is in the Kopa Bhavan. Kopa Bhavan, oh, she went to the room of disappointment and anger. There's a room set aside. If you're angry, go there. What does that mean? That means we have some control over the mood before you step into it. To decide, I'm going to leave aside my grumpiness. I'm going to now embrace thankfulness before I start chanting. That's in our control. That's an offering we make to Krishna. We invite Krishna into that room. And then what Krishna does, that's up to him. Whether he reveals himself in this form of his pastime, that's up to him. That will come naturally. But the room and the mood we go with, you see, the mood is what we're going with. Not a thought. Emotions are not really thoughts. The mood is different.
Having said that, we know that to chant in front of the deities, to chant in association of devotees, automatically is creating that mood. No?
Yes, but if the devotees, see, the thing is that's external. The internal feeling has to also be brought to the table. You can't come feelinglessly. It's easy to chant feelinglessly mechanically. That's what we normally do anyway. But what Prabhupada teaches in the purport, he says, bring your feelings. You should read the purport and listen to it. He said, you approach Krishna with feeling. Maybe I should read that purport. He said, the Queen Kunti's prayers, Janma Ishwara Shita Shri Vedamana Neva Hatinda Vai Tvama Kinchana Gochara means you are only approachable by those that will completely given up the pursuit. Now, he says, only those people can call out feelingly. What is this feeling we're talking about? You see? So there is value to the feeling, but then he elaborates on that in the Quran. He said, with feeling, with crying, because my Lord, I've given up everything, I have nothing, please, then begging. When he said, please engage in your service, what does that mean?
Begging.
Please engage in your service. Please engage in it. What's the difference? It's the difference. He's saying the same thing. He's saying bring that mood because the mantra has the meaning. Place the meaning in your heart. service because I'm grateful. Please engage me in the service because I'm remorseful that I didn't ask you before. Please engage me in the service because I appreciate you so much. Please engage me in the service because I have so much affection for you after reading about you. I love you. Again, same prayer, but the feeling is what is going on. Great question, yes.
Why don't you just share something on what you're speaking about? Something that really gets me into the mood, into the heart space when I'm doing my Japa, is that something that really gets me into the mood, to the heart space, that to include that feeling when I'm doing my Japa is I change my voice.
Yes?
I change my voice.
Change your voice, like physical voice.
Yes, physically. So I'm just going to give an example of what you're saying. So for example, if someone has hurt you or offended you, if they come to you and they tell you, Dear Prabhu, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I hurt you yesterday. It was not my intention. Divya, please forgive me. You will just think, okay, they are asking me for forgiveness for the sake of asking. But if somebody comes to you and tells you, Divya, I'm really sorry. I came to you and I spoke so harshly. Just by the tone, you can understand this person has something. So now during Japa, when you're chanting the holy name, it's easy to start by saying Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. But if you change the voice to Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Yeah.
the feelings come.
Makes a big difference.
It makes a big difference. Just the same way, if you know somebody means it by the way they say it. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. So change the voice and see the feelings start to come.
Very good. Yeah, it's a tone, you know? The tone of voice. Sometimes your spouse will tell you, "Man, don't use that tone with me." Tone implies not the word so much how you say it. Yes, the word.
So I would like to say something on the last one, the gratitude and affection. So I think in this,
Can you speak up?
one,
Sorry.
It's
The
a
fan,
result.
the fan is on mute.
yeah, one thing which I got gratitude about Krishna is I learned to ignore things, right? Ignore
Ignore
people's
what?
behavior, ignore people, whatever is happening, ignore those negative things. Like since my son who's been autistic, right? So I found many people like will say, oh, you cannot do these things, but there will 10 more people who say, oh, okay, no problem, he's like that, special guy. So I always found that Krishna sent those 10 people, sent those teachers who were more affectionate to my son, and I could ignore those others who were more of So that particular thing also I use in Japa. Like if there is something, someone is like saying something which is like hurtful. Maybe before getting into all this, I used to like dwell upon it for like a week, right? And see, okay, whatever I was doing will get affected, like my job, what I'm doing at home, maybe like I'll get angry on my wife or something like that, right? So, but now after understanding this particular concept, so like, what the wisdom also, and also that particular thing. Even like, yesterday I think someone said jokingly about something like, okay, when he was saying sleep a bed, someone said, okay, this is a cat bed or something like that. There's people, we are all practicing Vedic wisdom, right? We should not be saying all these hurtful things to anyone, especially special child. So it is like we are doing something like we are practicing something, but we are not preaching something else. We are not like doing the same thing. Or not dwell into all those thinking. Think, oh, what is this happening? I came into this particular group where they know all these things. They are practicing something totally different. So I said, okay. I got in that thought and then I brushed it aside. because there is no point in talking to that person. There is no point in dwelling on it and just moving along. So that moving along, what happened? That improved my chanting actually, because it did not affect my chanting at all. Like say the way I chanted before that instant, I chanted after that too. So I think that strength came from Krishna. As I started getting to this Krishna consciousness, that strength has come more from this Krishna consciousness. I am grateful for that, and also appreciate Krishna for like taking care of those things. So yeah, that's what I'm.
It's how we can incorporate appreciation, gratitude, and everything. Anyone else? Yes.
A question. So you immediately kind of get on the bicycle and ride when you start, and you ride the emotion that's most immediate to you. Is there a point presumably that fades and then you jump on another one, or do you really try to take one the whole way through?
Whatever works. Doesn't matter.
I'm just curious for you.
No, it's true. It's true. It's a good question. The point is to engage the heart.
Mm-hmm.
The point is to keep surfing the wave. If there's no wave here, look for one. Because you've got the surfboard out there. You don't want to sit just paddling around. You want to look for the waves. That's what we offer. I mean, it's a crude analogy. The idea is to keep action going, the heart moving. The heart engaged in Krishna. It has to be something. It has to move us to the desired success, which is what?
Krishna.
Krishna Prem. We stated it's a desired success. We're stating the goal right off the bat in the beginning before we do it. This is the scope of the project, and this is what success looks like. We set the scope, we set the goal, we put the pitfalls, the 10 pitfalls, put it all up front. This is like real project management. It's fantastic. This is desired success, and then we have metrics to measure against the desired success. Did I engage toward? Did I make any progress toward love? Because metrics are not easily measured, but you get the sense there's some qualitative assessment that you can do. You know, there's some movement in the heart. I'm feeling much lighter. I'm feeling more engaged. I felt Krishna's presence. I felt that I offered Krishna something meaningful in terms of my honesty. It's hard to do. My spiritual master has written tons of books on finding your authentic self. It's like his biggest thing. Like 80% of his energy in writing is focusing on that one thing. He's written 250 books or something. It's all about that. It's not easy to do. Can you hear me? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I should have got a microphone here. It's hard. Being authentic is not easy because we are in this world for one reason. I've taught this many times. What is the foundation of the material world? What is it made of? And you remember? It's right in the Bhagavatam. Lord Brahma puts it as the first layer, and then he builds everything on top of that. And remember, I've said it like 4 or 5 times. Something more subtle than that. It's part of ego, but something more subtle. Self-deception is part of ego. We are here to cheat ourselves. That's why being authentic is so difficult. Because that whole foundation keeps burdening us. No, you're not a problem. Everybody else is a problem. I'm perfect. We're cheating ourselves because we know deep inside we are the problem. We try to shift the blame on other people. No external circumstances can stop your bhakti progress and process. Nothing. Bhakti is supremely independent and supremely powerful. Nothing external. What people think, what people do, what the world does, how the world reacts, what your karmic reaction. None of that matters when it comes to bhakti. Not even the least bit. We're just convincing ourselves. Bhakti is supremely powerful actually. That's the point. That's why every situation can be leveraged to come closer to Krishna. The mechanism for leveraging that is we have emotions, offer those to Krishna. Connect with him that way. And then we tell Krishna, Krishna, I've given you everything I have. I've come to the first 3 gates. Now I'm knocking on the 4th gate. You please open the gate. Please. And then we say patiently. Patience is the game. Very expressive over there. So, understand that emotions in Japa are not a weakness. It's actually a strength. Don't hold that. Vulnerability is strength. fear opening up your heart to Krishna. Why not? He's Krishna, he's in your heart. Honesty brings intimacy with Krishna. The more honest we are, the more we're dismantling the layer of self-deceit that is keeping us in. You don't have to open up to anybody or everybody. Okay, if you're honest with Krishna. And that starts wearing away our self-deceit. People sense that you're a trustworthy, strong person, which you want to be like you. Then you start showing vibes that people want to be near you. Why? Because you're connected to Krishna. You're all attractive. And then attractiveness flows through you. But if you hold on to this deception, you hold on to blame shifting, no, it's not me, it's other people. Let it go. Honesty brings intimacy with Krishna. So let's tie everything back together, okay? The 4 gates. Discipline and clarity, first 2. They open the doorway. Emotion is what makes the prayer real. Mercy is what completes that whole experience. And when Krishna sees that we're chanting with genuine feeling, he responds very quickly. And you feel the response. When he sees that we're chanting with genuine feeling, Krishna responds because he's promised to respond. Ye yathamam prapadyante tam sathaiva jamyaham. To the degree someone approaches me, to that degree I respond. If you give him everything, he gives you everything. This idea of feeling and not having enough feeling, you know who expressed that the best? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Namna makari bahuda nija sarva shaktis. Krishna, you have put how many energies and potencies of Krishna has he put in his holy name? All. Sarva Shakti. Nija means your own. Sarva Shakti. Tatratmita niyamita smarane na kala. There is no rule. You can do it anywhere, anyhow. Gita Deshita Kripamam. Durdevam. Idrisham. My misfortune, my Lord, I have no feeling. Na anuraga. Anuraga means feeling. That's what we're trying to do here. Why do you recite that mantra every morning? Krishna himself is diagnosing the problem and saying out, he's pretending to be one of us and saying, I have nothing. So we have to get in the space and cry, I have no feeling, my Lord. That itself is a feeling. That crying prayer. I'm not making this up. This is Mahaprabhu showing this. How to cry about Japa. That's why we read it before Japa. So, Japa should be felt. Not just mumbled or spoken. Even 20% emotion transforms the whole experience. Don't have to go 100%. Just some emotional engagement. Don't be zero. Don't be completely mechanistic, robot. The heart is the seat of bhakti. And the core of bhakti is service. But to do service effectively and to do service lovingly, you need feeling. So I said loving devotional service. Right? Proper translation. Devotional service, loving devotional service. We're going to do a final round of 2-minute chanting. Please don't get distracted. Please try to not get distracted and focus on one feeling. Pick the emotion that you think really feels strong. Stay with it. Sit up straight, please. Don't lean on the chair. Sit up straight. Offer Krishna some interest. Show that you mean it. Pick that emotion that feels really strong right now. Let that be your offering and we will chant with our heart. Don't think too much. It's not about thinking. It's about feeling. Don't theorize the feeling. Feel the feeling. Just feel and chant. Take a moment, embrace the feeling. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, May Lord Krishna bless you all with deeper and deeper taste for His holy name. May your emotions become purified, fully authentic and honest. And may your chanting become your greatest shelter. Chant with heart, chant with honesty, chant with longing, chant with raga, and Krishna will certainly carry you back to Him. With all gratitude to Srila Prabhupada, you can say, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My obeisance to all of you. Thank you for taking part in this. It means a lot that you're here. My gratitude that I express to Krishna is for all of you in my life. How Krishna brought you all in my life is a mere for each of them. It means a lot. And you're all here with me. And allow me to share my whatever words